welcome to Stephanie Uncensored, and this is week 2 of the 2015-2016 television schedules, and decided to do something really fun and cool today because I am sick. If you watch my other videos, you know that, that are featuring my University of Michigan Go Blue t-shirt. You will know that I'm sick, so I'm going to do this week's recap as quickly as possible, probably trying to, keep the descriptions and feelings of the shows to a minimum, but let's see if we can get through this and you understand what I'm trying to say and get my feelings across on how amazing week 2 for television shows was. Starting with Sunday, Once Upon a Time. It was the season premiere. Coming to this week is number 2, but last week was season premiere week because Sunday showed up somehow or another. TV Land has decided to make Sunday as the ending day instead of the beginning day. But Once Upon a Time, Emma is now the Dark One. Scary. Crazy. We meet Merida because they have to go back to the Enchanted Forest to try and help Emma to not give in to the darkness. Oh my goodness. So crazy. Love Merida's character. She's strong, just like she is in the cartoon. And can't wait to see what else goes on with her. We meet King Arthur, because he's supposed to help them get to Merlin, who is the only person that can separate the Dark One from the entity that it has attached itself to. And then we have, all of a sudden, they're all in the Enchanted Forest, but then they get teleported back 6 weeks later, and they have no memory of what happened during that 6 weeks. So that's where we are at with Once Upon a Time. Then we had the season premiere of Blood and Oil. We meet Billy and Cody, who travel to North Dakota to start a laundromat in this small podunk town that's all based around this one guy's oil fields. And that's Hat Bridges, and he is the main man. Billy, right off the bat, gets into trouble because, for some reason, he just has bad luck. It's just like, really? But they come up with some good ideas, and the show seems to be, kind of on point, and could possibly be a hit. We'll see what happens tonight. Then we have Quantico. Crazy awesome mystery. Oh my god. So, totally blew my mind with this episode, the pilot episode, because of season premiere. And I was thinking it's, sort of, it's marketing itself as the sexy side and sexy people of the FBI. And yeah, so I'm not seeing that all the people are sexy, but they most definitely have interesting stories. So you start off with this one recruit that has a secret, and in this episode they're doing a lie detector test, and you have one that's going crazy. They have to learn about each other, and then all of a sudden you're in this terrorist attack where they're agents now. Especially the one that you're sort of following, the female character that you're following. And I can't remember her name, but she's awesome. She's being played by Taropa Chuka. I think I said her name right. Yeah. Anyways, but crazy good mystery. You have undercover people. You have twins that you didn't think were twins. You had a crazy Olympian. You have a gay guy that I don't think he's gay. And then you have an instructor that is a little crazy. And you have a assistant deputy or commandant or what have you, whatever she is, that you're like, is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? You just don't know. Crazy mystery. Can't wait to see what happens tonight. Yay. Quantico. Monday night, we have The Voice. Crazy good singers. Didn't pick any of them to be on my fantasy team. I only had one slot left. But on Tuesday night, I decided to fill up my team because there was this crazy good duo of sisters that harmonized like crazy and were amazing. So they filled up my top 5 or my 5 people. They are supposed to do the final episode of the blind auditions on Monday. So we will see if any of my 5 get replaced by any of these new people that are on Monday's show. Okay, so Tuesday, Limitless. Brian, our main character, is proving his wealth to the FBI, except for they want to keep him in an office and kind of shut him down while he's on NZT. Oh, the drug that opens his mind. Open your mind, Brian. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But then I wanted to yell at Brian throughout the show because he decides to research or Google the one character, the one person that said, if you don't do what I tell you to do, Brian, I'm going to let you die a painful death. So what does he go and do? He goes and Google searches the guy twice. And shuts down computers. I wanted to slap Brian. Slap him up. Scream Queens is more campy horror, funniness, comedy, and pretty much the only reason I'm still watching that show is because Jamie Lee Curtis is amazing, and I love her as a horror actress. So, yeah. She's the reason I'm watching that show. The murders are funny, and I haven't figured out the storyline yet, or where they're even going to possibly go for this story. So, or for the show. So we'll see what happens with Scream Queens. Blind Spot, more intrigue, more mystery. Jane thinks she's had more skills are revealed, more memories are revealed, and we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Kurt thinks he knows who she is. She might be the girl that he somehow or another was connected, or feels guilty because she was abducted when she was a little girl. And now we're going to find out if Jane is this little girl, all because he saw a scar on the back of her neck. So, can't wait. It was amazing. It was lovely. Blind Spot's getting even better and better. On to Wednesday. Wednesday night, whole bunch of comedies, really quick. We got Middle, Sue is Homesick. Funny, okay, I guess. The Goldbergs. The youngest boy hits puberty, and it's absolutely hilarious. Of the things that the oldest boy in the house decide to tell him that he needs to do to get through the whole puberty side of it. Hilarious. Modern Family, didn't really watch it because I was coloring in my new coloring books. And then we have Blackish, which decided to tackle the topic of guns or no guns. So I am completely pro-gun. Well, sort of. Guns don't bother me. I was in the military for 8.5 years, so yeah, I'm down with having my guns if I need them. And please don't ever come to my house and try and sneak in or break in, because you probably will get shot or bludgeoned to death with a baseball bat. If my husband doesn't shoot you, I'm gonna beat you up with a baseball bat. So then we have Nashville, and Juliet is dealing with being in Nashville for the break and dealing with motherhood, because she still hasn't decided to own up to the fact that she has postpartum depression. So yeah, she's still dealing with that, and she does it badly. I'm sorry. We need to get Juliet some help. Then we have Scarlett and Gunnar dealing with their awkwardness, which is super crazy. It's like, come on, you two, just be together, because that's what I want. I want the two of them to be together. That's all I have to say about that one. Raina is dealing with Deacon's recovery and trying to recover from her possibly failing record label. And I feel for Raina. And these artists that are on Raina's label right now, which is the exes of Scarlett and Gunnar, and then Layla. As much as I don't like Layla, she needs to get her head out of her ass and get rid of freaking Jeff and go with Juliet's old manager. That would be like a good fit. And she needs to realize that she has great talent, but not necessarily, you know, she's not going to be a star. She needs to let that whole star thing go and just be the indie artist that she is. Will gets dropped from his label, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Poor Will. Will's breaking my heart. I do feel for him. Then we have Empire. Lucius is still in jail, but he's trying to, the prosecutor is trying to get him to plead guilty because she thinks she has evidence, and we all know Lucius is guilty. If you watched last season, you know Lucius is very guilty. But to keep him in jail is a completely different thing, so we will see about that. Jamal fired Cookie and Andre, and Hakeem kicked them out of the Empire, so they decided to try and start their own label, which Andre doesn't have the heart for, because he really wants to be at Empire, because he really put his blood, sweat, and tears into the Empire, and that's where he wants to be. Hakeem is out there. He needs to get his head out of his behind, and, you know, yes, he's accepting Cookie as mom, but at the same time, he's like, I want to start this girl group, and I still want to hook up with Boo Boo Kitty and all the other girls, and it's just like, ugh, Hakeem, you're working my nerves. Poor Cookie. She does 18 years. Well, actually, I think it's like 5 or 6 years, but still, she does years in the penitentiary and in jail, and she's totally getting the bad rap from Lucius because he still thinks that she snitched on him. When, in all actuality, she didn't snitch on him. She didn't snitch on Lucius. And I can't wait until he finds out that it wasn't her. It wasn't her. I can't wait for all that mystery to, you know, evolve. Jamal was trying to finally get a handle on being the CEO and running Empire, and also trying to do his music, which is cool, but he's starting to annoy me too. Jamal used to be my favorite character on the show next to Cookie, but yeah, he's ticking me off with the last, you know, 2 episodes, that all his dealings. Then we have Code Black, which did its season premiere on CBS, and we are introduced into Angel's Memorial, where Daddy is a female, Mama is the head nurse, and it's a lot of blood, it's a lot of gore, it's very fast moving, it's very medical, and then by the end of the show, it pulls in the emotion and the drama that goes along with it, and yeah, I did cry at the end of that show, so I will be continuing to watch that. It's probably going to be a new medical drama that I enjoy. On to Thursday night. TGI Thursday. Yay, TGI Thursday. Bones is back on Fox, where Booth and Brennan have been off from the Jeffersonian and out of the FBI for the last 6 months. However, Booth had taken a teaching job, and still at the FBI, but he was teaching as a trainer, what have you, and Brennan was categorizing archaeological facts and, you know, things like that, until they get some bones in an explosion in a van, and they think Booth is dead. Well, they still think Booth is dead because they can't find him. And that is the mystery of the starting of the month. However, during the show, you are shown that Booth is still alive, but he is obviously wrapped up into something very, very interesting. Very interesting. Mystery, love it. On to Grey's Anatomy. Oh, Bailey's chief. Bailey's the chief. Bailey's the chief. But, of course, Bailey reverts back to being the Nazi and barks orders at everyone because she wants them to be exceptional on this special case that she feels for this woman that's a giant, and she pushes and she pushes and she pushes, and they all sort of resent her for it, but of course in the end everyone sees the light and Bailey is amazing. Chief Weber is, or not even Chief anymore, Weber. How do do you not call him Chief Weber anymore? I just don't understand that. Weber is feeling unappreciated because Bayley was his, champion, and he rooted for her, but she kind of just puts him off on the wayside, so, he has to deal with that. Gray steps into the new Bayley, because Bayley pushes her and pushes her and pushes her throughout the show. April has a rash that is unidentified, so she goes into the bubble where Jackson continues to avoid her, and once she finally is cleared, she tells him, I'm going to fight for you, which is amazing because I want April and Jackson to work out, and I want her to fight. I want him to fight. I mean, seriously, April and Jackson are like the best couple. Love them. Love them. Amelia and Owen are trying to figure out where they're at. Are they kissing friends? Are they sexing friends? I don't think they've had sex yet, though. But, are they kissing friends? Or are they more? And it's really cute to, see Amelia go through her high school sort of rigmarole of, are we, aren't we, dating, are we not dating, are we boyfriend and girlfriend, what have you, don't know. But that was really good. Then we have Scandal, where Olivia is outed by that television show, the old vice president, and she decides she's going to leave town for a case and takes on this case, and everyone is flailing. They have no clue what they're supposed to do with themselves while Liv is gone. And Abby, poor Abby, I love Abby, but, she decides to flail a little, and then she goes to Cyrus for some advice, and he teaches her, or he tells her, you have to be the adult. Be the adult, Abby. Be the adult. And that's exactly what she does. And then Fitz is, of course, flailing because he needs his Liv. He needs Liv. He needs Liv throughout the whole thing. He's in love with Liv. And then you have Millie. She's like, oh, I'm getting back into the White House. No, Millie, you're not getting back in the White House. Love your sass, but you messed up. And you're not getting back into the White House. On to How to Get Away with Murder. We have Annalise still trying to help Nate get out of jail for the murder that she framed him for. And the prosecution pretty much digs and digs and digs, makes the entire preliminary hearing about Annalise instead of making it about how Nate supposedly killed her husband, and it totally backfires on her. Not to be a spoiler, but, if you're watching this, hopefully you've already watched all the shows, and to know that it's absolutely crazy. Crazy. Just because Annalise can tongue lash you with her words and her anger does not necessarily mean that she's capable of murder. But we all know, if we've been watching the show, that Annalise didn't kill him. So, we'll just let that one go. Other than that, there are no more shows. That's all the shows. Hopefully this was really quick, and hopefully it taped all the way. Like I said, Sunday is here again, and I'm taping on Sunday, and I can't wait to find out how Emma is the Dark One, and how the last of the blind auditions end up, and what the rest of the week will entail. If you watched any of the shows, please leave me your comments below on what you think of the shows that I just reviewed, and a list of them will be in the comments as well, or in the description as well. So please leave me your comments. Let me know what you think of the shows. Am I seeing the same thing you're seeing? Are you seeing something different? Please let me know. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!